this documentary, I had to cover it. I mean, my name's Nancy. Who knows why my name's Nancy now?
Who knows why my name is Allison? Who knows?
Maybe an
Yeah.
inspiration of someone. Like Nancy, Sister Nancy. It's such an iconic figure voice. I should say that a lot of people probably are like, oh, that voice that we all heard. And but yeah, we don't know the real story behind it. Amazing.
It's really amazing, the story of Sister Nancy. You know, a lot of people have heard the song Bam Bam, the iconic song that every time we hear it in the clubs, we're just like, yeah, that's my joint. And we sing and we dance along and all that. But a lot of people didn't even know that she was still alive. And on top of that, a lot of people didn't even know her story. So it's just such an honor just to be able to, you know, create a movie about her life and, you know, who she is, where she came from, and really show people, you know, her trials and tribulations, you know, in her life and in her music career, so that they can get some kind of context behind the voice and the sound that they're hearing and they're still hearing today, being sampled by so many people.
And I was kind of intrigued to the story, how she continued touring, doing all these things, but yet living a regular life like me. Here I am at an office job, but doing my passion of journalism. And Sister Nancy, same thing. She was an accountant at a bank and going away on tours over the weekend. I mean, that's amazing. That's passion.
That's real passion. And I think that's one of the things for me that I learned. The message for me that really resonated was, you know, if you love something, if you have a passion, if you have a dream, don't let anyone stop you from chasing that dream. You know, sometimes people say, "Oh, you're too short, you're too tall, you're too big, you're too small, you're not the right color, you're not the right ethnicity, you speak funny, whatever isms, right?" You know, she's a woman that didn't care. She came from a small community in Jamaica, Kingston 6 in Papine, and didn't grow up with a lot of means, but she saw a way for herself because she fell in love with her craft, and she just made a way for herself. And she fought to be in front of audiences. And even today, she's still going. She's still touring. She's actually, Tribeca, the premiere is on the 7th at 8 o'clock. She's getting up the next day to go to Minnesota to do a concert. So she's actually going to miss the second screening. And
Wow.
then she's going to come back. She's touring throughout the week while the film is at Tribeca. It's so funny.
That's amazing. And then the interesting part that you also cover is that finally she was able to let go of that regular job and enjoy. But the meaning of it, I mean, the fact that she lost so much,
Yeah.
well, so much was really taken away, was stolen from her for her craft, her creativity. And only got what, 10 years back?
Yeah. I think I feel that Sister Nancy has put this into a great perspective, for us. In the film, you see her, talk about what it was like to fight for what is rightfully hers, her royalties. But you have some kind of, like, instead of being bitter still, you can feel that she's satisfied with the decision and she's ready to move on and do what she does best, which is perform, and also just keep on collecting what she she needs to collect now. Like, I would still be bitter, to be honest. I would be like, I want my 32 years. But she's satisfied. She's like, okay, that's it. No more grudges. I'm just going to go on with my life. And maybe there's a lesson in that too. Because to be honest, the family and, Winston Riley, we don't want to do any too many spoilers here, but, the family at that time, when her producer, Kirk Riley, was signed her to do all these records with no contract. That was just the way things were back then in Jamaica. Like, there was no system like there is now. So, as much as she went through that was just how things were. And there's probably thousands of people in Jamaica and different parts of the Caribbean that have the same story. Thousands of musicians. So, I think that's why she was satisfied. I think she's satisfied because they offered to help and make a difference.
She definitely sees the glass half full, while we see it half empty, and we're upset for her.
Yes, we're upset for her. Everybody gets upset at that part, and they go, "I'm so mad. I'm so mad." But there's something about that, we can be mad at things, but when people are trying to do right, sometimes you have to meet them halfway. And, I don't even know how much money she could have gotten. I don't know how much money that she did get. She did not tell me, but um, she's satisfied. And if she's satisfied, I have to go with that.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, it's really irrelevant. As long as she continues to do her passion full time, I mean, that's all that really matters at the end.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're getting royalties on songs from Kanye West, from Jay-Z, and people are still sampling you, and then you're on all these different songs coming out now, like Her did a track recently, and there's all these tracks coming out, and you're also in movies and television shows, you know.
Getting to work with Jay-Z, and it's amazing how she kind of just came back to the spotlight after that interview, like from the radio show. Like you never know what's out there, and maybe it's her optimism, just doing what she loves.
Yeah, she's very optimistic and she doesn't really care what people think, She's her own person. She doesn't try to be a certain way. She just is, right? And I think when she had that interview with Ebro and his team, um, there was something that was magical at that moment. And I believe Jay-Z was listening. That was, you don't know. Jay-Z might be listening to you right now, and Nancy. And he got his team to reach out to her, and she was really pleased and taken back, and felt really humbled by it, because nobody up until then, who had been sampling her, had reached out to her directly to work with her. They were just using the sample, the record. So it was kind of smart, like very ingenious for Jay-Z to say, wait a minute, she's alive? Oh, let's bring her in. Let's do it with her. And you could see in the footage they had a beautiful time, a beautiful moment together. And I just thought that was lovely. That just gives me, in my head, I know, Jay-Z is a big celebrity, but that in my head, that's some real street cred right there.
And how
That's
humble
amazing.
they both seem to be, right?
In the moment, speaking with each other, and they're so humble, and that's what being an artist is all about. I think, enough with the celebrityism. It's really about connecting with people and trying to be creative with each other and listening to each other. I really like the fact that they had a conversation before he even recorded her. They were really trying to get into the mood and be inspired by each other. And what she did on the mic, like, come on.
So that footage that we get to see in the film with Jay-Z, is that footage he had to request, or is that footage taking place during the making of the documentary?
That's footage that we had to request from his making of his BAM music video. And Jay-Z's team, right off the bat, they were really interested in supporting the project. And when we got to a point where we had edited that scene together, we sent it to their team and Jay-Z, and he signed off. He just signed off on it. He said, absolutely, you can use this.
Wow, that's amazing. This is amazing for you too as a filmmaker, though. You deserve a lot of credit there.
I feel I got the email and it said Jay-Z approved. And I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna frame it. And I was just so thrilled for me, because one, that he'd watched the scene and felt that it was worthy of his work. And you could see him being vulnerable with her, right? So he wasn't shying away from that either. and I just love that he just approved the whole thing.
You've been making documentaries for a long time and really good ones. So
Oh,
what
thank
kind of what kind of feeling is this one taking? Are you taking with you?
Well, oh wow. I don't even know how to answer that, but what I'm going to say, I'm really inspired by her. I'm a older artist now, and I'm still making films, and it's really, for me, empowering to see an older artist like herself, who says she's still young, right? Doing what she loves. So it
And
gives me the courage.
beautiful. And
And
beautiful.
beautiful, stunning, beautiful, and woman and everything, right? Um, just to see, that she's still going, and it just gives me the courage to keep going as well.
Admiration. Admiration. So Sister Nancy and for you. So thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on your premiere that's coming up.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the film and you thought that it was a fun film to watch, and I hope a lot of people get a chance to see it.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate your time and definitely we gotta watch people gotta watch all the credits.
Yes, watch the credits. All right, take care.
You too, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.